This is the most serious thing that I've ever said to the public in my entire life. I'm Ric Flair, and I play the game by my rules. If you are the best at what you do.
Greetings and welcome to Behind the Scenes. So quick behind the scenes, I just want to do not an unboxing, but I guess a revealing of two pieces that have been added to the arsenal. Both of these pieces are very important as far as episodes moving forward. Not only that, but just raising the bar on a personal level, like just a personal competition within myself as far as my collection. All right, both of these pieces highly elevate my collection to get it closer to the status that I want it to be. All right, I've stated this hundreds of times. Don't feel like at this point I need to state it again, because I am the complete antithesis of a hater, but I'm not in competition with anyone. All right, there are people that are in competition with me, and that's their issue to deal with. I don't lose any sleep over it. But that said, these two pieces were very important, all right, extremely important to getting my collection closer to my goal of where I want it to be. All right, so let's start with the first piece. The first piece I got from Lotique. All right, this Denim and Supply piece here. All right, from the cost of it and the feel of it, I would say it is a faux leather cafe racer. All right, but that said, man, the thing fits perfectly. It's beautiful, and it gives you all of the aesthetic of a professional cafe racer. All right, let's start just randomly. DSRL on the epaulets on the shoulders. All right, both shoulders have the DSRL font. There is a waterproof hood inside of the zipped collar. All right, that'll never get used by me personally. All right, there is a throat latch that is Velcro. That's very common for a cafe racer. All right, some of the logos here: Ralph Lauren, Denim and Supply 67, DSRL across the front. It is a deck wash white with aviator navy, Rugby Royal, and Ralph red stripes going across the front, and as well as the sleeves. American flag, couple of more DSRL logos here, Ralph Lauren speed parts, the 4 logos on the front, working pockets, has inner drawstring so you can get that snug feel that you're definitely looking for. All right, it does have some weight to it, not more than any other cafe racer. All right, but definitely not less. So great for spring, great for fall, great for fall as well. All right, even though it is white, it just depends on how you feel about the no white after Labor Day. Me personally, that's not something I follow. All right, but great stitching, great aesthetic to this jacket. It's a beautiful piece. I got this from Lotique. All right, he had this bad boy on sale for $111. All right, believe it or not, $111. So I wasn't going to pass it up. Now, one thing it has done for me is it has made me look at Denim and Supply even closer than I had before. I was a fan of Denim and Supply, not a huge fan, not as much as I am a fan or was a fan of Rugby Ralph Lauren, but I was a fan of Denim and Supply. So I was a little disappointed that they closed up shop on it, especially because they did jump into it with both feet, you know, with them having brick and mortar locations for Denim and Supply, things of that nature. I just was, I was surprised and disappointed that they closed up shop on it. But that said, I have gotten into Denim and Supply a bit more. That particular piece has made me jump down the rabbit hole a little bit, I'll say. And let's just say that there will be a Denim and Supply episode coming up And there is one thing about Denim and Supply that I feel like unless you were a diehard Denim and Supply consumer, this is something that you did not recognize, that you did not notice, that you did not pay attention to. And we're going to talk about it when I do that episode. We're going to talk about it and talk about the effects, whether positive or negative, that this particular thing that I have noticed and doing a deep dive on have realized. We're going to talk about if it affected Denim and Supply being able to have any staying power. All right. But that's for a future episode, an upcoming episode. I'm probably going to wait till early March before I do that episode. Okay. Now, the second item I want to show you is a Grail piece. All right. I was able to cop this piece first of the year. Not only was I not disappointed when I got the piece, which I knew I wouldn't be. It's a Grail piece. But I was even happier once I got the piece, looked at it, tried it on, etc. All right. The piece has more capabilities than even I thought initially. All right. So let's get into it. The limited edition hybrid Letterman jacket. All right. I got this piece from Willie's Vintage Polo. I put his name on the screen. Y'all have heard me talk about him before. Great guy. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it because maybe your price, if he gets a hold of one of these again, maybe, and you want it, maybe your price is higher, maybe it's lower. I'm not going to affect his pockets that way, let's just say. Right. But obviously, y'all know, even for Grail pieces, I'm not going to pay but so much. So this was worth every penny I invested and more. Now, the thing about the hybrid Letterman's jacket is that they only made 500. All right. How about this was number 67? This was number 67, bro. It does not get more iconic, more symbolic than that. For Mr. Parker to have number 67 of 500. Man, listen. But let's talk about this jacket. First and foremost, your interior tag has Polo Ralph Lauren limited edition of 500. All right. I did buy an extra large. Now, I'm a large in jackets. That Denim and Supply is actually a medium. It's cut a little big. But when it comes to these jackets, you might want to go up a size. So if you're small, you might want a medium. If you're medium, you might want a large. Just depending on how you want it to fit. I want to be able to layer with this piece and it still fits snug. All right. Ralph's Tigers, RL Tigers on the back, the giant tiger head, one of several different Tigers heads in the Ralph's Tigers collection. All right. New York under his head, chenille lettering, chenille tiger head. All right. On your right sleeve, you have the cross country with the arrow going through it. On the right sleeve, you have 67 RL and chenille patch. On the front left chest, you have the Polo Collegiate P State Champs. All right, over your non-functional denim pocket, which I think was perfect. You can have the look, but you don't need a functional pocket there. New York P67 Ralph Lauren on your right chest with a functional pocket. All right, your torso piece is denim trucker. Your collar is Letterman. Your sleeves are leather Letterman. All right. Beautiful piece. Not too many patches. Not a lack of patches. So it's the perfect amount, man. This jacket is what I would tend to call a perfect limited edition piece. All right. It's constructed perfectly. The thought process behind it was perfect. The only flaw with this jacket is the way it was initially sold, right? The bots grabbed it. A few people grabbed it, but you know, this jacket has probably had, I mean, I'm just guessing because of the size, the popularity of this size, this jacket has probably had 3 or 4 owners. But you know, Mr. Parker's the last one. For that piece, that ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be buried in that. But that piece really, as far as my wardrobe, my arsenal, my collection, it elevates my Letterman collection even more, which is something I have been wanting to do. That there's only one more Letterman jacket that's a Grail piece that I want, that I need to add to my collection. But as far as Letterman pieces that were Grail pieces for me, I got 2 down and 1 more to go. So that really excites me, because that, like I said, that elevates my overall Letterman varsity collegiate style outerwear to the level that I'm looking for it to be. And that will be making an appearance in a upcoming episode as well, because I got a sweatshirt episode that I'm about to drop, and I have a sweatshirt that, I mean, they're cousins. They're cousins. I'm talking about first cousins. So first cousins and their mothers are twins. Like, that's how connected this particular sweatshirt is with that Letterman's jacket. So that episode is coming up real soon. All right. If you're on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend. If you're on YouTube, hop over to Patreon. Go ahead and get that $5 monthly membership. It's well worth it. If you're on Patreon, we will see you guys this Sunday. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. So don't be no hater. Y'all have a good one.